Hi everybody, Deb again, and today I'd like to talk to you about my top 10 altar picks. So my first one is a wand. This is the one that I regularly use. It's a nice crystal wand. It's tipped with clear quartz, so it's a great powerful wand. These are generally used for casting magic circles or directing energy during spell work. We've created a few wands ourselves for our caskets, you'll probably remember them. So these are two that we've had in our caskets. And so wands can be made out of anything. They can be metal, wood, crystal, and whatever feels right. But as with most things in magic, you don't need to spend a lot of money. You don't actually need a wand. You can use your finger, you can use a twig or a stick, anything that just feels right for you. So this is something I wouldn't like to manage without, but as with most things, you can manage without it. Second thing is a ritual board. Now I use this slab of marble as my ritual board, but you can use anything. It's simply a way to just stop your altar top getting messy and sticky and getting wax on it and stuff. So you can use all kind of altar boards. This is another one that came from Witch Casket, and so is this one. This is made of wood. So I guess it depends what you're using it for. Obviously if you're burning, a metal one is good. Just for doing standard ritual work, laying out sigils, crystals, circling with herbs and things, you can use wood. And I use this marble one because basically it's a multi-use one. It's fire resistant, it's also easy to clean, so it's very practical for me, so that's my favourite. And item number 2 is a chalice. This is my chalice that I use most regularly. I also often use this one. Some Witch Casket subscribers will recognise this one because it has been included in our caskets. This is one that we created. We designed this actually based on my obsidian one, just because I liked the idea of a black chalice. And chalices are generally used for ceremonial drinking, and also they can be used for leaving offerings. A lot of people ask me what to do with offerings once they've been offered. And so if you fill a chalice and leave it as an offering for a deity or an ancestor or something, once it's been offered, you can leave it there a while and then dispose of it accordingly. It's a symbolic offering. It's not like it is a physical act, but it's a symbolic offering. So my fourth item would be a cauldron, and they come in lots of shapes and sizes. This is the one that I regularly use. You probably recognise this because I had my questions in it last time. But also you can have little mini ones like this. It really depends, like if you're just doing a simple magic spell where you're burning a bay leaf or something, a little tiny one like this is ideal. These are also nice just to use as like incense burners and stuff. They look so cute when incense smoke is smouldering out of them. So yeah, a cauldron for fire magic, because you need somewhere safe to burn things. The next item on my list is candle holders. I like these ones because they've got a moat round them. See, this one's for a larger ritual candle, and this one's for a spell candle, but they've both got like a moat round them, so you can place your candle inside and then encircle it with crystals, herbs, talismans, amulets, whatever feels right to focus your intention and what works with your desire. So I like a good candle holder with a moat. And my next item is a bowl. I have several bowls. I have this one, which I got just because it's beautiful. That's petrified wood. Oh, that's heavy. But I also, you've probably seen this one a lot in little spell videos and stuff that I've done. It's a crystal ball stand with a little bowl that fits perfectly on the top. So I use that a lot in my spells and rituals. I absolutely love that one. I think that's probably my favourite. And obviously there's the ones we've offered in Witch Casket. This is a good one because it's great for fire magic as well. So obviously you wouldn't do fire magic in this one. You would use this one. So if you're only going to have one ritual bowl, I would say get a metal one because it's multi-purpose. And then the next thing, it's got to be bottles. I mean, witches seem to be obsessed with bottles, and I'm no different. So I have these great big chunky ones here, and I have little ones like this just to store herbs in, and ones like this. I use this one for moon water actually, so you can see it's actually got some in there. And this one, I mean, I could sit here showing you my bottle collection all day long, because you know, not that I'm obsessed with bottles, but yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with bottles. They're so handy though, aren't they? I mean, bottles can be used to store your herbs, they can be used to store your little trinkets and amulets and little crystal chips and things. They can also be used for your liquids, your potions, your tinctures. And also I tend to use the smaller ones as little charm bottles. So, you know, I collect them along the way. So like these herb bottles, whenever they're empty, they ain't going in the bin. I'm going to use them for my magic. And the next item number 9, it is my pestle and mortar. I honestly would struggle without a pestle and mortar because, you know, I use this a lot for making spell powders, and for, you know, you can use electric blenders and stuff, but for really grinding your intent into something, for really, like, for me, making a spell powder is such a sort of ritualistic thing to do, because you're really infusing it with your intention. You're really like putting your energy and your power into it. So I find a pestle and mortar is absolutely indispensable. So my pestle and mortar is a big, heavy, chunky one. You can get them made of metal, you can get them made of marble or wood. You know, it's personal preference, but this is mine. The next item is bells. I love a good altar bell. I think this is the one I probably use the most often, with the fleur-de-lis on the top. It's got a really nice sound. And I also have this other little vintage one, which I love because it's got a gorgeous sound. And I have this little one here, it's a more delicate sound. This is one that we included in one of our caskets. So yeah, it's lovely. And I use these quite often just for dispelling any stagnant energy, you know. Give it a good tinkle around and get rid of anything that's stagnant. Also good to mark the beginning of a ritual, to mark the end of a ritual. Yeah, an altar bell. Nice bit of kit. And next, I don't know if you can see, I don't know what you can see on this camera really, but crystals. I'm kind of obsessed with crystals. I have this big amethyst one here, I have amethyst down here, I have moonstone, piece of celestite. So yeah, I'm kind of surrounded by crystals. I love them. I just think they give off a good vibration and keep the vibration in my space happy and joyous. And so crystals, and obviously you can work with them in your spell work as well. So crystals are I wouldn't say number 10 because I don't think this has really been in order. I mean, there's other things that you use all the time, isn't there? There's candles and there's herbs and things, but I thought, well, I won't mention consumables because they're kind of obvious. You know, obviously you need matches and candles and herbs and kind of spell ingredients if you like. But this was my altarware top picks. So to recap, my altarware top picks were a wand, a ritual board, a chalice, a cauldron, candle holders, bowls, bottles, a pestle and mortar, and crystals. Yeah, that's my top 10. I'd be interested to know what your top altar picks are. I mean, that's my top 10 today. My top 10 tomorrow might be slightly different because, you know, every day is a different day and every day we're doing different magic. But today, that's my top 10. Thank you for all the love and positive feedback on the vlog that I did last week. I was kind of blown away by that. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting it to go down like a lead balloon. But it seems that you all enjoyed it, so thank you for letting me know that you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this one too. And let me know what else you'd like to see me do. I'm thinking I might do some spell tutorials and maybe some divination tutorials, but you know, let me know what you want to see and I'll see what I can do. Until next time.